Imagine improving by just 1% every single day. Tiny, almost invisible, yet over time, unstoppable. After a year, you're not merely 365% better, you're 37 times better. Sounds impossible? And yet, this is the hidden math behind every great achievement, wealth, and skill in history. Tonight, we're breaking down the silent power of small daily actions, why they matter, how they compound, and how you can harness them to transform your life. Picture this: a single dot, barely visible, expanding into a massive sphere. That's what tiny progress looks like once it compounds. Are you ready to see how that can play out in your own life? Let's start with the numbers. 1% daily growth isn't linear, it's exponential. If you get 1% better today, then 1% better tomorrow, and keep that up for 365 days, you're not just 365% improved, you're 37 times better. That's the quiet force that turns ordinary habits into empires and mundane routines into extraordinary lives. Now, you might be thinking, surely a small improvement can't matter that much. But here's the kicker. Neuroscience shows our brains are wired to crave small wins. Each tiny success releases dopamine, the brain's reward signal, making us want to repeat the behavior. That's what scientists call positive reinforcement. So even the smallest improvement isn't trivial. It's a seed that compounds quietly, silently reshaping who you are. Imagine a snowball rolling downhill. At first, it's barely noticeable. But give it time and you've got an avalanche. Think of your daily routines as formulas. Formula 1. Micro-habit multiplied by consistency. Formula 2. Reflection multiplied by adaptation. Combine them, and you're not just ticking off habits, you're building momentum engines that fuel growth in every area of life. Let me tell you a story. Imagine reading just 10 pages a day. It feels minimal, right? But over a year, that's 3,650 pages, about 20 full-length books. That's knowledge others spend decades accumulating, achieved through tiny daily actions. Here's a technical term: behavioral inertia. It's the tendency for habits, once started, to keep going. Another one: feedback loop. Every time you complete a micro-habit, your brain reinforces the pattern, making the next day's action easier. The lesson? Massive results start with tiny, repeatable patterns. The same principle applies beyond self-improvement. Let's talk money. Compound interest, a finance term, is just math applied to wealth. Picture this: invest $100 at 10% annual interest. If you leave it untouched for 30 years, it grows quietly into over $1,400. Tiny deposits, huge outcomes. It's the same with relationships, skills, and health. Small acts of kindness, a few extra minutes practicing, or an extra glass of water a day, these seem trivial, but repeated, they compound. Conversely, tiny neglects, skipped workouts, missed check-ins accumulate into big failures. The universe doesn't reward perfection, it rewards incremental progress. That's the real secret. So, are you investing in your own compounding today, or letting small neglects add up? Motivation isn't magic, it's just math, applied to your behavior. 1% better thinking today compounds into astonishing cognitive growth over a year. Here's a mental model. Ask yourself every night, what lesson did I extract today? That's 1% daily improvement in resilience, wisdom, and decision-making. Another term, cognitive compounding. It's how small shifts in perspective grow into a powerful mindset. Now, most people overestimate what they can achieve in a day, but drastically underestimate what they can achieve in a year. 1% growth looks invisible at first, but after months, the transformation is undeniable. Even failure compounds, ignored errors, repeated, can snowball into big setbacks. The good news? You can flip the script and make tiny wins your default mode. So, how do you apply the 1% principle everywhere? Let's break it down. In relationships, listen 1% more, offer 1% more empathy each day. In fitness, add 1 push-up, walk 1 extra block. In wealth, invest an extra dollar, save an extra hour. Over months, these small moves add up to life-changing results. Direction matters more than perfection. You'll stumble, miss a day, and that's okay. Net positive growth, over time, wins. Think of momentum. A physics term, it builds quietly, like a river carving a canyon over centuries. Creativity thrives on the same law. Write 1 sentence, sketch 1 line, code 1 function daily. Fast forward a year, and you'll see mastery materialize in front of you. Slow, steady compounding makes the extraordinary inevitable. So tonight,